You're listening to The Shiny Sofa, the official podcast from Latex 24/7, the premier online magazine dedicated to latex fashion news, reviews, and interviews.
Hello, and welcome to episode 15 of The Shiny Sofa. Coming up on this show, we talk about Latex at London Fashion Week, new collections from Chronomatic, and latex infused music from Original Sin. Joining us today is Alex of Latexcellence and model Leora Nyx.
So take a seat on the sofa, make yourself comfortable, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course via latex247.co.uk.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us for episode number 15 of The Shiny Sofa, the latex fashion podcast brought to you by Latex 24/7. Each episode will welcome special guests, and I'm really pleased to say that today we're joined by both Alex of Latexcellence and also latex model Leora Nyx. Thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. How are you both doing?
Yeah, good. Really good. It's been a busy year, but good busy.
Yeah, good. That's good. But hopefully we'll learn more about that as we chat and find out about what's going on and what the future holds for you. What about you, Leora? How's things with you?
Good. Like very much like Alex, very busy. I don't seem to get a moment to myself at the moment. Constantly flat out. If it's not my boring day job, it's organising shoots, it's designing outfits to harass poor Alex with. It's everything and anything at the minute. It's been a very busy year. I'm truly baffled by the fact that it's October and it feels like it was only just Christmas, and the Christmas is just around the corner again.
Know that feeling. Yeah. Still, maybe Christmas break will do us all good at the end of the year and chance to recoup for a couple of weeks.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Indeed. Here at the Shiny Sofa, we like to find out a little bit more about our guests, and we'll mix them tick with a segment of the show we call the Quickfire Round. We have a huge list of questions which we feed into our random generator, and our guest, or in this case guests, have 60 seconds to answer as many quickfire, multiple choice questions as they can before the time runs out. Leora, Alex, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
Fantastic. Let's go for it then. Right, start at the top. Top score's 20 to beat, so there's your challenge for the evening. Cool, let's go. Rap or rock?
Rock.
Scary movie or comedy movie?
Comedy.
Scary movie.
Calling or texting?
Texting.
Jeans or hot pants?
Hot pants.
Jeans.
Glass half full or glass half empty?
Glass half full, I guess.
Elevator or stairs?
Elevator.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Be rich or famous?
Ritz.
Rich.
Ketchup or mayonnaise?
Ketchup.
Heels or flats?
Heels.
Flowers or chocolates?
Chocolates.
Flowers.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Paris or New York?
I've never been to New York, so I'm going to say New York.
Trick or treat?
Treat.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
And I think that noise there means we're at the end.
Poor Alex didn't get a word in edgeways. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I think I'll make that you made that 15. 15 there, guys. So let's take a look at some of the recent latex clothing and fashion news stories which we've covered over on latex247.co.uk. First up, we'll start with German-based rock band The Original Sin. They've just released their new track, Kerosene. And during the video, lead singer Kira Sinister wears a number of latex garments from William Wilde and Westward Bound. The thing that I particularly like about this video was when Kira and a partner Michael, who's also in the band, came to me and mentioned and spoke to us about the ethos behind the song and the video. Is that the latex actually forms part of the song, in the sense that she starts off being a very shy, timid individual who's quite sort of covered up in a large hooded jacket that she wears. And as the video goes on, she sort of finds some internal fire within herself, and then that leads to a dress that she wears partway through the video, and she's found a new life, and you know, she's come out of herself, which I think is a really great story, and I think, you know, that comes back to empowerment in latex, doesn't it? You know, that these garments can make people change their perception about them. What's your opinion, guys? What's your thoughts on the outfits, and if you had opportunity to maybe watch part of the video?
Yeah, I mean, the outfits are stunning. The sort of hooded cowl is cool, and then the dress is, it's a beautiful dress.
It is. Yes.
I love that black dress is so pretty. It's so simple yet so effective, especially paired with the gloves. It's a look. I love it. I love the little hooded cloak as well. Like Alex just said, that's really, really cool. I'm looking at it and my creative brain's like, that would be so cool in red. And then you could do like Red Riding Hood style, latex outfit. Yeah. That would be so cool. I look at things like this and I get inspired to create cool things. And I think the band would love that. They're inspiring creativity from their music and their vibe. Like, hell yeah. I'm looking at this and I'm like, ooh, I'm excited. I'm going to give the song a listen after the podcast, for sure. Especially with how you described the style of music. It definitely sounds like something that I would enjoy. Yeah,
no, definitely worth listening without a doubt. And hopefully from what the guys there at Original Sin have told me, it's this seems to be quite a trend for their videos, is including some latex fashion in it. So hopefully it won't be the last one we see. Hopefully there'll be more in the future. So fingers crossed.
Love that.
Fab. We also covered recently, it was London Fashion Week back about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Of course, London Fashion Week wouldn't be complete without some form of latex reveal. And this year, as it has been for the last couple of years, it fell to the phenomenal designs of Harry to showcase latex fashion out there on the international stage and the catwalk. And actually, this is kind of a bit of a first for Harry. You know, Harry's very much known for his large, over-the-top, inflatable designs. This is his first ready-to-wear collection. It's a collection entitled Museum Wear. It forms part of the summer-spring 2026 ready-to-wear collection. And it's a range of relatively, for Harry, simple, versatile garments. Alex, what's from a designer's point of view, what's your kind of views and opinions on what he's produced?
Yeah, they're nice. I mean, it's a little bit, I suppose, unusual, right? Like, it's not the most common sort of stuff you see, because it's styled sort of baggier clothing, styled sort of more in terms of regular, more traditional clothing you'd see, rather than latex clothing, which tends to be a lot more sort of skin tight traditionally. But yeah, I like it. The way that it sort of mirrors more traditional fashion, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. We've got jackets and waistcoats, and I think there was some trousers somewhere at one point, or leggings.
Yeah.
Not to say that, of course, there wasn't some of the trademark Harry flamboyancy.
Well, yeah, there's only the blow-up shoulders.
Yeah, the shirt with the blow-up shoulders.
Yeah. I mean, there must be some way that could be used in some some
I mean,
collaboration.
if you ever fall overboard, sort of, jeez, it's very unusual. It's not something that personally I would wear, but that's not to say that it isn't creative genius, is it? Like, it's so clever and stand out, and that's what you've got to do in the fashion industry. Is you've got to do something that stands out, otherwise you don't get noticed. It's really strange to see latex so loose fitting, like Alex touched on. Like, generally latex as a thing is designed to hug everything everywhere, isn't it? So it's very cool to see it baggy. Like, I love that brown shirt that's paired with those jeans.
I'm not normally a massive fan of sort of the baggier latex outfits. I really like that brown sort of. The brown
shirt's cool, isn't it? Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't have paired it with flip flops personally, but it's but the piece itself is very, very cool.
There's almost a bit of sort of an oversized cape look to it, isn't there? Really,
it drapes beautifully. Although if you're a model at London Fashion Week, everything's going to look good on you.
True.
You're built for that, aren't you? Like, I'm just looking at like the little thumbnail for the video at the top, and I'm just looking at what looks to be like a shin length black skirt with a buckle detail on the waist, which is very cool.
Yeah. That's even as well the jacket there, so a very simple silver jacket. No,
very
it's
cool.
It's good to see Harry taking a slightly different direction, without a doubt. It's fantastic.
Throwing in a couple of curveballs, perhaps.
Of course.
I know I'm normally flamboyant, but I can also do casual, which definitely. we love a versatile creator for sure.
Certainly do. And last, certainly not least, we also recently covered a new collection from a Berlin-based Chronomatic Latex. This is their new silent collection, as they call it, which is a selection of garments that are quite sort of simple in their design, in the sense that they are a small palette of colours of reds, purples, and blacks. But they're designed to be very versatile. The owner and designer and tailor at Chronomatic, Karina, did talk to us about it, and she said that they wanted something that could be worn with other garments, be them Chronomatic garments or just traditional materials. Some of these could very easily be paired with jeans, tops, whatever you want. I think it's a really accessible collection, personally.
Yeah, this is what I would call your latex basics. Very, very nice, simplistic pieces that can be paired with other things. I am a big fan of the black dress that again is in the thumbnail at the top of the video. I love that dress, and I love the little bodysuit. If I was to piece an outfit together from what I'm looking at here, I would probably go for the little black bodysuit with the red mini jacket, because obviously black matches everything, doesn't it? Like and black and red together. But I love that little mini jacket; it's so cute. Or it would even look good over the black dress. So again, it's that versatility, isn't it? It's that ability to be able to take several pieces from a very simple collection and make an outfit that has a really good impact. But it's a really good accessible thing for people that potentially start in their latex journey for the very first time, to buy these pieces that they can wear to multiple events. So say they decide to spend a little bit more money to buy several pieces of this collection. The possibilities are endless. And I love that so much.
Completely agree with that. Completely agree. Yeah. It's that little red jacket is very, very cute. It's
I love the jacket so much.
Yeah. about you, Alex? What's are there pieces there that you look at that you think, oh, that's given me some ideas?
Yeah, I was just getting distracted looking at all the pictures. I love this collection. It's great. Like you say, it's like simple in terms of, not like the like blown up puffy stuff that we saw from the last article. It's very simplistic in that sense, but just done really well. And like you say, I'm looking at the red outfit that she's got with the jacket and the bralette and the skirt, and you're right, like she's right, you could mix and match that with anything. The skirt could go with a different top or whatever. It's just really nice.
I also really love the particular shade of red she's chosen for it. Like, it's a really nice, like, blue-based, rich cherry red, and I love. I
think that's called Bordeaux. I'm after the.
I always prefer darker shades of red because they look better on me personally because I'm so pale. If I go for more of like an orange-based red or anything like that, I tend to look unwell. But that is a shade of red that would look good on so many different people and so many different skin tones as well. Like, it's stunning.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Yeah, big fans of that, and really hope it does really well for the brand. It'd be great to see that that's a good seller for them over the next few months and years, without a doubt.
I couldn't see it doing badly. Like, it's beautiful. It's basic, beautiful pieces of latex that seemingly are executed incredibly well. Yeah.
Fantastic. Cheers, guys. Appreciate your thoughts on that. That's brilliant. We'll take a short break and we'll be back after these short messages.
Whether you are a new or seasoned wearer of latex fashion, everyone wants their latex to look its best and shine to the max. And with latex clothing often being an investment, ensuring that your shiny garment is well protected to extend the life of your favorite pieces is essential. B-Gloss has your latex care and dressing products sorted. With a range of exquisite dressing aids such as Easy Glide Liquid and now Easy Glide Spray, never before has wearing latex been so easy and uncomplicated. Just a small amount of Easy Glide helps you put on latex and feel better while doing so. And to make sure your latex looks its shiniest once you've slid into it, Perfect Shine from B-Gloss will ensure your latex gets the attention it deserves. And dare to explore the limitless possibilities with B-Gloss Perfect Shine Premium Spray. Thanks to the innovative formula, your latex clothing is instantly ready to wear. No sticking to hair or fabrics. Perfect for the fashion world. Mix your latex clothing with high fashion and you're ready to go. And here at Latex 24/7, we've teamed up with B-Gloss to offer Shiny Sofa listeners an exclusive coupon code for fantastic savings on their entire range. Their latex care kits are the perfect gift for the latex clothing fan in your life this Christmas. So head over to bgloss.com and make sure you enter code LATEX247 at checkout to save an incredible 5% off all purchases.
You're listening to The Shiny Sofa, the official podcast from Latex 24/7, the premier online magazine dedicated to latex fashion news, reviews, and interviews.
Welcome back to Shiny Sofa, the latex fashion podcast brought to you by Latex 24/7. Join us again this episode is latex model Leora Nyx, an owner of latex brand Latexcellence, Alex. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for being here. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
It's okay.
I like to the first question I always like to ask with people: when and how did your journey into the world of fashion begin? And also, has fashion always been a passion of yours? Is that Alex? Is that something that's always been a part of your life and led to what you do now with Latexcellence?
Not really, which might not be the right answer, but I've sort of fallen into it like most of the things I've done in my life, really. I'm quite crafty and like just making things and doing stuff like that. And it been not that long before lockdown, I did like a sewing class, a 10-week sewing class. And I was real bad at it. I didn't manage to finish one pair of shorts in the 10 weeks, and it wouldn't have great even if I had finished them. So yeah, it wasn't a great start. But then during lockdown, because I was a teacher, I got to just lay on the settee and put a few lessons on in the morning, and then have the rest of the day to myself. And I saw a make your own latex starter kit online, and I was like, I was bad at making clothes, but this is cutting and sticking, and I've done a lot of cutting and sticking in my childhood. I bet I could do that. So I got it and gave it a go, and I could. It's very different to sewing. And so I made a few things, and yeah, it's snowballed from there.
Yeah, it's definitely a very different approach, isn't it, with the way that latex is made compared to your traditional materials. And so it's always nice as well when you get to meet somebody that's been pretty self-taught from it, you know.
Yeah,
it just goes to show just how accessible it can be to people who maybe haven't got that background in fashion.
Yeah, and I think in many ways it might actually be a benefit coming to it, not having the background in sewing and things, because it works very differently. There's no darts or things like that. So like pattern making and how you put the garment together is quite different. And I didn't have to unlearn anything. I didn't know what to start with.
So was that kind of the first interest that you sort of had in latex clothing then, Alex? Was that the first exposure that you had of it, or?
No. I mean, I don't know where, like, specifically in latex, my first interest came. The early sort of memory of, like, shiny clothing, though, probably for a lot of people as well, not just me, is Sandy from Greece. Mm-hmm. Like the end scene. That obviously sparked something in me as a child. I remember that. But then, yeah, I don't know. I guess then I liked shiny clothing, and latex is the shiniest of clothing.
Of course, yeah.
So I already had an interest in latex clothing. And so yeah, it wasn't a huge leap when I saw that starter kit to have a go at it.
Fab. And just coming to you, Leora, your modelling designs that the likes of Alex and other designers are creating. Where did your journey into modelling begin, and what is it that you sort of enjoy most about the world of modelling?
So I remember when I was really quite young being taken to like a fashion casting. I must have been about 8 years old by my mother, modelling for catalogues and stuff. And I didn't get it. And then for years I just did nothing with modelling. And then when I was 15, I was offered a catwalk job for charity, and I did that alongside my mum, which was an experience, because it was modelling swimwear and lingerie, which ordinarily people would be like, that's super problematic for a 15-year-old to do that. But it was for charity, and like I said, I was supervised by my mother and a bunch of other ladies that were all considerably older than me. So it wasn't anything like saucy. It was like a closed private event. It was to raise money for the Yorkshire Regiment. So it was just a small little charity doodad. And I remember really enjoying that. And then the photos went up on Facebook, and I got a ton of stick from my bullies at school. And they all were like, you could never do that. You could never do that. You're so ugly and all of this. And I was like, well, now I'm going to do it out of spite. And I just started to, when I left school, I started doing stuff for small clothing brands and things like that, like actual like fabric clothes. And then when I was 18, a friend of mine took me to my first ever fetish market. where I was introduced to Latex 101 back when it was owned by Richard and his husband. And they gave me my first ever latex modeling job. And that was working at Sexhibition 1 year for them.
Awesome. Wow.
And I did that for them 2 years in a row. And then from there, I started just introducing myself to other brands. And now I've been modeling latex clothing for over 10 years. So that's how that all started. And then I met Alex at an event in Whitby. And I just walked up to him. I was like, I really love your pieces. Do you need any models? Because I'd love to do some more work. Because at one point, there wasn't really much work going about, and I was kind of just stumbling around, not really sure what to do, because I knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure how to sort of navigate that. And Alex was like, actually, yes, we do. And that is how mine and Alex's relationship began with this one conversation at Whitby. And then I've been a thorn in his side ever since.
Well, yeah, we'll get onto some of those fantastic designs that you guys have collaborated on, and a little bit later, I'm sure. What's been the appeal of latex clothing to you, Leora? What was it that really sparked your interest in the material?
So when I first got introduced to it at that very first market, I'd never seen latex clothing before. It was like a really unusual thing to me, and Richard and his husband were wearing it, and I was like, oh, it looks so cool. And I was like, what does it feel like? And, asking all the questions that somebody that's never seen latex clothing before would ask.
Yeah.
And then when I got to wear it for the first time, it just felt so cool. And I have a lot of sensory issues with clothing, because as well as having ADHD, I've got autism as well. And so to put something on that made me feel powerful and sexy, but also sensory wise, it was so comfortable. Like, I often describe it to people as it feels like you're not really wearing anything at all. And I just fell in love with it. And I love modeling it so much. Like I said, it makes me feel so sexy and powerful and amazing. And then it's so, like I said, comfortable to wear. And you can wear it for hours and hours, and it's great.
You've said that word that we hear so often is powerful empowerment. It's that superhero vibe, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
You're wearing something, but at the same time, it almost sometimes feels like you're not wearing anything at the same
exactly
time.
That. And I loved the way that people reacted to me in it. It might sound a little bit vain, perhaps, but like, I got such positive feedback, and from somebody that was bullied so relentlessly their whole life, to have people be like, you look amazing. It feels good. Like, it might sound big-headed and vain, like I said, but it feels nice for people to be like, you look incredible. And that also helps me feel like I look good. And I felt like within the community that then I fell into, because I'd chosen this particular niche of modeling, I've never felt so accepted and welcomed by a group of people, and I've never felt like I fit in like I do within the fetish community, and it's great.
Who doesn't want to feel good about themselves, eh? It's yeah, fab. Other than Alex, obviously, and Latexcellence.
Yeah, no pressure on this question.
Oh God, where am I?
What are your favourite designers, and why, and what are your favourite garments that you own?
Oh my goodness, what a question to ask! I have friends that make latex. This could ruin friendships. Yeah, like obviously Alex is on there, and Alex is on there because no matter what I seem to bring to him, he's like, I'll give it a go. Why not? And then if it doesn't work, we work together to figure out what will work. Like the sleep token bikini that I just did a load of shoots for. That was a process. that was a process of about 4 different sketches. And then even then, when it came down to making it, there was tweaks that needed to be done and stuff like that. And I just love working with Alex. But if I had to pick other designers, oh my goodness. Seven Sin is definitely on there.
Oh yeah,
I love Tash and Elliot to bits.
An amazing Catwoman.
Yes, my Catwoman suit. I love that suit so much.
Which Tash said she'll never make one of those ever again.
No, she said there was lots of swearing and cursing involved in making that costume, but it looked incredible. And when I wore it at Comic-Con, people were obsessed. They thought it was so good, and people thought it was incredible. And again, I just felt so powerful in it, and I got photos taken of it, and the screen accuracy of it that Tash and Elliot got with it was just insane. So that is by far one of my favorite garments that I own. It's also probably the most expensive garment that I own. I'll not disclose costs because it's tacky, but it was worth every penny I spent on it, put it that way. And then
it was, yeah.
I think my other favorite piece is my Jester Harley Quinn suit, my original Harley Quinn suit. That was the very, very first custom thing I ever commissioned to have made, was that suit. And that was made by Latex 101 before they sold the company. So I've had that suit for a very, very long time. It has seen countless comic book conventions, events. I've worn it pretty much at every opportunity I've had to wear it. And I still have it, and I love it to bits, and I will never part with it. I may just be buried with it. So I think those two are those two are by far my probably my 2 favorite garments. I can't pick one out of the ones that Alex has made for me, because I feel like that's on a different level, because that's something that we both worked on together, and it was very much a vision that I came up with, and then we worked on it together. So it would feel like picking a favorite child to pick one of those custom designs. Although the latex vessel suit, the sleep token outfit that I had made for download this year, is incredibly popular on the internet. People think it is very cool. I got stopped a lot at download while I was wearing it. I was super proud of how that came out. And again, I brought this idea to Alex, and he was like, I haven't made something like that before, but we'll give it a go. And it came out so good, and I was so happy with it. And I'm just trying to think if I've got any other favorite designers. I follow so many latex companies, some that don't even know I exist, but I like to see what they do. And I cannot for the life of me remember, I think it's Lady Lucy Latex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She does a lot of, it's almost like classy goth latex is how I would probably describe it. She does all these really cool corsets and dresses and things like that. I would sell an organ to work with that woman. I think it's like, I'd love to work with her. I think her work is incredible, and she doesn't even know I exist, but I'm just there quietly cheering from the corner like, I love you. I would love to work with you.
There you go. Let's hope she listens to this podcast.
That would be amazing. Yeah. I feel like I will work for free just for the opportunity, just as a heads up. So yeah, I think my 3 favorites would be Alex at Latexcellence, Seven Sin, and Lady Lucy would be my top 3 creators.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think you've raised a good point there, actually, and it's probably something that you're both very, very acutely aware of. In this kind of these days of fast fashion, where stuff gets purchased, worn 2 or 3 times, and then discarded. Latex fashion does seem to have that far more sustainable approach to it. People buy something, maybe in part to the fact that it can, of course, cost a little bit more than your normal traditional fashion does, but people tend to hold on to it and keep it and wear it time and time again. And, it's that's kind of really great to see that people actually get that long-term enjoyment out of the material.
I've never thought of it like that, actually, but now you mention it, I have the 2 dresses I wore on the catwalk for Latex 101. I have those still, and they're still very much wearable. They're in my wardrobe. I haven't worn them in a hot minute because I just keep getting Alex to make me new things to wear for events and stuff. But I do have everything, and any other pieces that if I have sold a few of my pieces, but nothing by any of the creators I actually love. So I've got all of my 7 Sin stuff. I've got obviously all of the pieces that Alex has made for me. And then I've got those 2 dresses from Latex 101. I've also got the dress that my mum wore one year at Sexhibition because she wore it the once and she hated how it looked on her. So I bought it off her. And so I've got that in my wardrobe as well. My latex collection is becoming a problem. Like, I'm running out of places to store it.
you can never have a big enough wardrobe, can you? So it's
no, not at all. But I agree with what you're saying. Like, it is a lot more sustainable, and it's one of those as well that unfortunately if latex breaks, it can be really difficult to repair it. There's a good chance that if you rip something in a certain spot, it's not going to be able to be repaired. But with latex, if you do that, it doesn't mean that the piece is then rendered completely useless. Like, it's so easy to repurpose old latex into new things because you just cut out the damaged bit and turn it into something else. So it's definitely a lot more sustainable than fast fashion is these days. And I'd never thought of it that way until you pointed it out. So that's really cool to think about.
Wicked. Alex, you've mentioned to us about the start of Latexcellence in terms of the lockdown starter kit that you started and that you purchased. Sorry, what would you kind of describe as the concept behind the brand, and also what do you think makes your brand unique and different to other designers? Is there a particular inspiration that you pull from a particular place, or is it, as Leora's kind of described, is it very much a collaboration with people?
Yeah, so I think, like, when we started out, there wasn't a plan or a direction. I was just messing about with some latex, and I made some nice things, and my wife was like, "You should try and sell this," and I did, and people bought it, and then I sort of it snowballed. But I think with any of the sort of like crafting I've done in my life, I always very quickly think, like, what can I do with this that isn't done, or like isn't done very often? So like one of the first dresses I made was the lace plunge dress, because I was like, you don't really see other materials mixed with latex, so I'm going to see how you do that and if it can be done. I mean, I know some people do it now. I've looked into it more, but it's not common.
It's not common now.
Because it's a bit of a faff, and so like that's where I sort of come from. Usually I'm like, what can I do that's a little bit different, or like isn't done, or I'll see like an outfit and I'm like, right, how do I make that in latex? So the cheerleader outfit that I originally made for Leora, but now I sell versions of it on my website. I looked at like other latex cheerleader skirts and outfits. And again, I've not done like hours of research, but from the bit of research I did, all the others seemed like it's essentially a circle skater skirt with like triangles to make it look like a sort of cheerleader style skirt rather than being constructed like one. So yeah, Leora lent me a cheerleader skirt, and I essentially took it apart and figured out how it was put together and how I could do that in latex. So mine is more like the traditional feel of like an actual cheerleader skirt rather than just looking like one.
Yeah, it's got the pleats and things in it, hasn't it?
Yeah. So I've been trying to do a kilt in a similar sort of way, because again, I see lots of like latex kilts that are essentially just a skirt with like buckles and fancy stuff on to make them look cool, but they're not constructed in the same way as like a an actual kilt with the pleats. Well, I've not managed that one yet because the pleats are much tighter and that just might not actually be possible in latex.
I do actually have. I have a kilt in my wardrobe. If you want to borrow it to take a pattern from,
no, I mean, again,
which is something that happens quite often. When Alex is like, I've got an idea, and it's like, oh, I have that. I have that piece of clothing in cloth. Like, here, take it and see if you can like figure it out. Which is what happened with the cheerleader outfit. I came to Alex and was like, could you make me this in latex? And he was like, I'll give it a go. And so I sent him away with my cheerleader outfit, and he came back. I think it was the ghost one you made first, wasn't it?
Which is my favorite thing I've made.
Yeah, the ghost cheerleader outfit. Yeah. That was very much I'm seeing Ghost in 30 days. Can you cobble this together in 30 days?
Yeah.
And you came back, and I was astounded with it. Like, I loved that piece, and it got such a cool reception when I went and saw Ghost in it. And then I wore it at Whitby, and it got a further amazing response at Whitby. So it's by far one of my favorite pieces. That's that outfit.
Awesome. So
so in short, answer your question, I don't think there's like a one direction like thing. It's more a sort of experiment, and I love working with people when they say, "Can you do this?" I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know, but I'll try and figure it out.
I think, Alex, it's probably fair to say that itself is probably quite unique. You know, there are quite a few latex brands out there now. But of course they are, a lot of them are very much, okay, a lot of them do custom orders, of course they do, but a lot of them are producing a sort of a collection of items and garments. But the uniqueness that you've got is collaborating with people on those ideas and then trying new things that maybe other brands wouldn't necessarily justify being able to do so.
I get why people don't do it, because from a business sense, it's probably not. It's not an effective use of time. If I could make and sell like 10 skirts, I'd make a lot more money than spending hours and hours figuring out somebody's custom. But the second one's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I was going to say you seem to. Although it stresses you out with the custom stuff, especially when I bring you custom stuff because I like to be difficult. You always seem to say I had good fun making it. I had good fun like working it out. Like the download outfit with the download dog on the bum that took you hours to do, but it looked so cool when it was finished. And you were like, I'm so proud of it. I was like, I'm proud of you. Like, oh my goodness, like, look how cool this thing is that you made. And then now we've got to do the next part of that outfit for download next year.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have it by then.
No, fingers crossed. Although we've established that the chaps that we're going to have made to match it are not quite as intricate as the initial outfit was. No, but it's going to look so cool. And I try with download to be like, right, downloads in like 6 months. Is that enough time? And Alex looks at me and he goes, of course 6 months is enough time. And I'm just like, I just want to make sure that it definitely is. But I'm super excited about that because the chaps have been in talks now for 2 years? I think it has been since we made the original outfit.
The original one, weren't they? But
yeah, it wasn't.
I can't remember why we didn't do them. But
it was funds at the time, so it wasn't cost effective for me at the time to pay for it. So we just scrapped it and went with just the bikini, which again was received so well at download. People thought it was so incredibly cool and unique. And that then snowballed into a whole collection of bikinis, and now I own 3 of the pretty much the same outfit in different variations and colours and things like that. So we've got the download one started, and then it went on tour with you for a little while, didn't it? Like I came back from download and was like, I can't wear this for anything other than download, so take it with you to show off how awesome you are at what you do. And so we did.
What is it you enjoy most about working with latex then, Alex? What are the biggest challenges, do you think, of the material, and what's been the greatest learning experience so far that you've had?
Well, I mean, I enjoy working with it because I like latex, but also like it just fits my skill set, so I can do it. Like we said earlier, I wasn't very good at sewing, but yeah, come to gluing and sticking, I can do that. Obviously, it's a bit trickier with latex than it is anything else because of the stretch, but that's part of the fun. There's been so many learning experiences, having sort of like come to this and learning from scratch every part of it. And there's not that much sort of like out there to help people. There's bits and bats. There's one book from is it Latex Repair?
Yeah, they do one. Yeah, that's familiar. Yes.
Yeah, so they do a book that I didn't know about when I started, but my wife got me for last Christmas. It's a little bit late, but still nice. And so I just had to like learn how to do it from Reddit threads and little YouTube videos and things, and just learning by trial and error. So like one of the early mistakes I made, quickly learned was like when you come in to clean the seams, you can wash latex with warm soapy water, but that's not good enough to clean a seam before you glue it. But I didn't know that till I've made that mistake a couple of times. Like said you could clean it with warm soapy water, so I was like, oh, this will work. It does not work. So things like that. The stretching when you're putting two pieces together, and like just something simple like having to flip the seam over so that you're getting stretch equal on both sides rather than just doing one side, because then one side ends up really long and the other like way longer than the other because you stretched one side more than the other. So it's just loads of little things that I've learned by making the mistakes.
That's the best way to learn, isn't it? Really, sometimes to make those mistakes, make them small, and excellent. How versatile do you think latex is to work with? Is it more versatile than traditional materials? Can it do things that you wouldn't be able to do with normal fabric, shall we say, because of the stretchiness or the weight of it, or anything like that?
Yeah, so I think it is a lot more versatile in some ways, but also more restrictive in other ways. So like I can't think of many other materials that can do the range of outfits and things and different things that latex can do, because they're different gauges, like the different thicknesses. So you can make like really restrictive corsets, but also like really thin floaty things or bags, or pretty much whatever you want. So in that sense, it's really versatile. But then, in other senses, it is very stretchy and doesn't play the same way as regular materials. You can't put darts in it, and you have to find workarounds for a lot of the things that make latex hard to work with. But once you've learned those workarounds, or you figured it out, then you can pretty much make whatever you can think of.
Cool. Yeah, no, it is. It's definitely got a uniqueness to it that really does allow people's imaginations to go wild sometimes with it.
There's not often somebody brings me an idea and I have to say, you can't do that in latex. Usually I'm like, yeah, I can probably do that in latex. There'll be a way to do that in latex.
Awesome. That's good. It's good. Good to know. Good. Question to both of you then, really. Latex clothing means different things to different people. We've already touched on sort of the empowerment side of it. What does latex fashion mean to you both? You could describe it in a few sentences.
Creative freedom.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Like I said, I have all of these ideas in my head, and I am a really creative person, and I love sitting down with the iPad and sketching stuff out that I think would look cool. And sometimes it's too complicated to turn into latex, but most of the time, I hand it to Alex, and he goes away and he makes it, and I just it's like magic. And he comes back to me and I'm like, look at this thing that I drew. There was an idea in my head. Like, it's now in my hands, and that is so incredibly cool. And it's, and like touching on the versatility that we were just discussing, it is very versatile, and it allows complete creative freedom. Like, it's like Alex said, there's not very often it has to say that can't be done in latex, because you can do so much with latex, and it's that complete creative freedom. And as we mentioned previously, that empowerment and that feeling of feeling so powerful and strong, and like, it's just the best. So I think that's what latex would mean to me if I had to describe it.
Fab. Alex, what about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think like empowerment, got it earlier, but the confidence it can give you if you let it. People, sometimes look at my stuff and like, oh, I love latex, it's gorgeous, but I could never wear it. I'm like, oh, yeah, you could. Like, if pretty much anyone like puts latex on and they'll look good in it if you lean into it and you're confident with it. Which there's not many materials you can say that about, I don't think. But yeah, it's definitely good for the confidence if you let it be.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, it's if it's well made. Yeah, it can make anyone look $1 million, can't it? Really can. You mentioned some of the collaborations that you guys have worked on, the sleep token vessel outfit from Download Festival that was early this year. There, what have kind of been the key designs that you've worked on, and how much interaction is there between you guys with those?
Yes, well, in terms of how much work like interaction is between us, you send me some drawings. Or you'll say, Alex, I've got an idea. Please don't kill me. And then you send me some drawings, and I'll fire back with some questions, or like, I'm not sure if this bit will work or whatever. And then you'll do some changes to your drawings and send them back, and then I go away and make it, and then I keep sending you photos of like the different bits, and you feedback that you'd like that bit smaller or that bit a bit bigger or this bit slightly different or whatever, and we just keep backwards and forwards until you're happy with it, and we do a fitting.
Yeah, and we sometimes we try to do at least one fitting before we do like the final fitting at the end.
Yeah.
I do think that maybe we make it look like it's a really easy process that happens really quickly, and it so isn't. It takes weeks, sometimes months of like back and forth to get it to be perfect. It is a constant like back and forth. It helps that that me and Alex are friends in the real world, because we just text each other on WhatsApp, which makes it a lot quicker and easier. We also just go over to each other's houses to like hang out and like figure things out in person sometimes, which makes it a lot easier as well. Like just to nip down the 40 minutes down the motorway and be like, I am at your house now. What do we need to like figure out for this outfit and things like that?
Yeah, makes the whole process a lot quicker and streamlined when you've got that interaction going on.
Yeah, we do work very, very closely together to get things to sort of work. Like the sleep token suit, the download outfit took about was it what 3-4 months to get it to be what it was for download. Yeah,
because that was you're really good in that you'll send me designs of things I've never tried before, and so like you're a bit of a guinea pig for me. But it does mean we do a few more fittings to get it to work, because it's things I've not done. So yeah, that one was like, all right, I don't know how to do this bit. It was like putting the underwire bra cups, but in a leotard. Like I'd done bras and I'd done leotards, but putting them together is actually a lot more complicated than you might give it credit for. And it took a bit of trial and error figuring out, didn't it? But now I know how to do it. So it's
because it was getting that. It was getting it to. So once the cups were in, it was getting it to sit sort of flat against my chest and then not be like baggy in certain places and things like that, or to get it just so it all sat in the right place. And then there was getting the sleeves on, because obviously typically on like a latex bodysuit like that, you've got fitted sleeves, so it all kind of flows into one big piece, whereas it's got big baggy sleeves on it. So it was also Alex trying to figure out how to make that work, so again it all looked like it did fit and belonged where it needed to be and things like that. That suit was a labour of love. And it came together incredibly by the end of it, but it was no mean feat. It took months to get it right.
That's why I like working on customs, because you've got this problem and you have to try and figure out a solution. It's like a little challenge.
Awesome. That's really insightful to hear about the challenges that can be created by producing something that's custom, that's unique, that requires a different way of thinking about it, to achieve the end goal. And the end goal looked fantastic from the images that I saw anyway. So well done, guys. Well done. Alex, your designs include garments like dresses, skirts, tops. What are the most popular items you design and sell regularly? And are there kind of frequent requests for particular types of garments, other than from Leora, obviously?
Yeah, so it's sort of evolved with the company. When we first started, it was just gloves. I just sold gloves. We used to joke that I may as well just be a latex glove seller, because I just sold several pairs of gloves a week. And now obviously everyone has latex gloves. But no, nowadays it's skirts, bralettes, sort of like nice and easy, fun with loads of different outfits, sort of things. Which are great. And then at the minute, the most frequent requests are custom versions of the cheerleader outfit.
Wow,
People love the cheerleader outfit. Yeah. Working on some people have asked for like matching pairs for Halloween at the minute, which is a fun one I'm working on.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
That's cool. I didn't know you would do that. That's such a cool thing. Oh my goodness.
No. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's got lots of possibilities to it, hasn't it? Without a doubt. Yeah.
So it's a really cool design to customize. Like you can do so many color combinations with it and different appliques and things on it to make it individual. Like I did the ghost one, and then to fit very on brand with me with the UV green toxic waste thing that seems to be my niche that I've fallen into somehow. I've got the toxic waste cheerleader now as well that I wore at the last Hex market, which was another design that me and Alex worked on, and it's so easy to customize it and make it look cool. So I'm not surprised that it's as popular as it is at all. I really liked the one you did for Lola Saint recently. Like she looks great in everything. Like she just looks awesome in everything. Like I admire her so much. I think she's so cool. I'd love to work with her one day for sure. And she's so tiny.
Well, just talking about the customers there, and Alex, that you produce your garments for. How important to you is the reaction to what you produce when it gets sent out and worn by the customer for the first time?
I mean, it's everything. Getting a good reaction is the best feeling. It's understandable that very frustrating when like you do a custom for someone, you send it out like through Etsy or whatever, and then like you never hear anything, and you're just like, was it good? Was it bad? Did you like it? I need to know. But obviously, like most people, when they buy clothes, don't immediately get back in touch with the company and, and talk to them about it, which is fair enough. But yeah, it is nice when people sort of give you some positive feedback, or especially at like markets and things where they go and try it on, and you get to see the reaction in person. It's always good.
What's the best reaction you've ever received?
So at the last BBB, Birmingham Bazaar market that I did, I'd made a custom dress, not like a full-on custom, just like a colour change and a slight adaptation of one of the dresses I already make. I made this custom piece, and they'd tried it on, and it fitted everything, but they'd changed their mind on exactly what they wanted. So I was like, well, I'll just put it on the stall, and it might sell in 5 years or whatever, but that's fine. I'll remake the custom one. But like literally, it barely left my hand, and somebody had come up and was like, "Oh, that's my favourite colour. It's my size. I absolutely love it." But like, I've never worn latex before, so she had to go and find a friend who'd worn latex to help her, and she went and tried it on. And then, like, it wasn't custom made for her, but I've never seen like any clothing really fit somebody as well as that dress fit her. It was insane, and it looked amazing. And she was just running around showing all like her friends and the other traders there this dress. And she was like, "I brought some stuff for the after party, but I'm just going to wear this dress now." And I was like, "Well, do you want it shining up then?" And she was like, "Oh my god, yes!" And so she got it shined up. And yeah, that's the best reaction I've ever had. But I mean, it did look. It was like it was made for her, even though it wasn't actually made for her. But it may as well. I don't think I could have made it fit any better if she'd given me perfect measurements.
Brill. Oh, that's awesome to hear. That really is great. Particularly when you spent that time making the garment for somebody else and didn't quite work out, and then there you go. Wow. What about you then, Leora? What's the best reaction that you've ever received to wearing latex from other people? What's generally the reaction you get from people? Is it positive, negative?
It would always probably stem from one of Alex's custom pieces, so something that we've worked on together. So, like I said, wearing the vessel suit at Download this year, and people stopped me for photos. People wanted pictures with me, and that's pretty validating when you've put months of effort into an outfit and people are like, "Oh my god, can I have a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Yes, of course you can." And then sometimes, yeah, it happened at Comic-Con. The Comic-Con's different, right? For me anyway. As somebody that's been cosplaying for a really, really long time, for me, I feel like I haven't put enough effort in and I don't look good unless people ask me for pictures taken.
Yeah, I suppose you kind of expect it there, don't you, really? Whereas at Download...
Download, it was a surprise and a shock. At Comic-Con, it's kind of a thing that if your cosplay is good, you expect sort of that people take pictures of you. And Catwoman did get an insane reaction at Comic-Con. Like at one point, I think I got stopped for a picture by one photographer, and I was stood in the same spot for like 40 minutes because as one would get done, two more would tootle along and want pictures, which was really cool. But it would always be the reaction to Vessel at Download, I think, just because I know how much work and time went into that outfit from me and Alex. But I love it when people ask questions. I love answering them because I've been doing it for so long, and there's still stuff that even I don't know, where I still have to ask Alex questions, and I'm like, what do I do with this? But it's cool to get other people interested in it. And when I go to Download wearing one of Alex's custom pieces, I take business cards with me for him. So when people tell me to ask questions, I'm like, here's the person that made this suit. Go ask him, because you'll get something really, really, really cool out of it.
Well, that leads us nicely on to the next question then, really, is and we'll stick with you for a second, Leora, on this one. What do you say to people that are interested in wearing the material that maybe haven't worn it before? You know, what stops them from doing it, and you know, what advice do you give them to sort of take the plunge with it?
I find it's a lack of confidence for people, like people that haven't tried it before. It's kind of like what Alex said earlier, where people are like, "Oh, I love latex and the way that it looks, but I could never pull it off." And I'm like, absolutely, you can. Like, you can 100% pull it off. And if anybody ever says that to me, that's always what I say is, try it. You will not regret it. And I always say sort of you don't have to spend a fortune to try latex. There's plenty of brands, Alex included, that do what I would call your basic latex essentials. which are cheap and cheerful and will give you that first look into what it feels like to wear latex. And I always tell people that it's super comfortable, and that they'll probably love it and end up with a wardrobe full of it like me. But then again, if they don't, another piece of advice I always give them is like, buy some little basic latex essentials that are cheap, and try it out. And if you don't like it, you can always resell it. You might not get 100% of what you paid for it, but latex, there is always a market for secondhand latex.
What about you, Alex? What are your words of wisdom for people who haven't maybe tried latex before? That
Yeah, I mean, I get asked that question quite a bit, like markets around the country and things. People haven't tried it yet, who want to get into it, and you know, similar to what Leora said, really, they don't have to start with like some massive like catsuit or leggings, or like, you know, something simple. A skirt's a really good starting point, because there's only a little band of latex that you're really actually wearing. So if you're not sure if you like the constriction of it and things like that, well, you can get the look of latex, but you're not really wearing, like, it's not a restrictive piece, or like something small, like some gloves, or you know, like a hair bow, or, you know, something little that lets you get the feel of it without having to, you know, go full on. But then, like, I think another thing that stops people taking the plunge is the care required for like a piece of latex clothing. It's a lot more demanding on you than like any, like something you picked up from a, you know, high street fashion shop or something that you can just chuck in your wardrobe and get out when you want it. You know, there's quite a bit of thought has to go into its storage and care.
You've touched on there a couple of times about Hex Northern. Tell us a little bit about that and your involvement in that side of it, and when's the next event, I suppose, as well.
I can take zero credit for Hex Northern, really. That's all my wife. She saw me going to markets around the country and was like, "Why are there no markets where we live? I'm going to do a market." And I was like, "You're crazy, but fine." You do that. We've never run an event before, Sophie. We've no idea what we're doing, but yeah, you do that. And she did. And yeah, it's good. It's popular. I mean, people come up to us and thank us for putting it on, because there isn't anything like that around where we are. People travel from sort of like quite far to come to it. So yeah, and it's sort of all sorts of different traders, from like Impact, Latex like me. We've got painted like leather jackets, candles, you know.
Awesome. Where can people find out more about that, Alex? The website and social medias? And
yeah, so hex.northern on Instagram is the best place. It's where everything gets posted first.
Cool. Well, there you go, guys. Go and take a look and give that a follow. Right, one final question for you, and then Alex. If you could create a latex outfit for anyone in the world, who would it be for, and why?
It's a tricky question, this. And I don't follow sort of entertainment news very well, so hopefully this person hasn't done anything awful in like the last 10 years. Because if they have, I didn't know about it, and I apologise. But yeah, so sort of growing up, I was a fan of Katy Perry's music.
Mm-hmm. Dance Club, yeah.
Yeah, and she also...
I don't think why.
Yeah, who knows? But she also used to wear a lot of latex clothing, and like wore it in sort of places and ways that I'd not seen other people wear it. So like she wore it on like a kids show once as well, like really dragging it, kicking the screen into the main street. She was on The Simpsons once as well, wasn't she? She was on The Simpsons, yeah. I think it was Sesame Street. She was on in it as well. So yeah, so I mean that was sort of a sort of an inspiration from my youth. So yeah, if I could make an outfit for Katy Perry, maybe 10 years ago, I don't know what the situation is now, then yeah, that'd be awesome. Maybe something like an award show or something. I'd love to do like big fancy dress to an award show or something like that. That'd be cool.
Like if you could maybe make a dress for the Met Gala for somebody, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, something really big, elaborate, and exciting.
That would be cool.
Sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, top choice.
If I could, I know I don't make latex, but that's a super interesting question. And I'm like, ooh, if I could make latex for somebody, who would I pick? And that list is like properly endless. But like, I think Till Lindemann from Rammstein would be really cool, because like the like their whole sort of like vibe is all like fetish and sex and everything in it. Like they've got whole songs about it and everything. And I just feel like, could you imagine dressing Rammstein, Alex? Like doing a full for the whole band?
They have already, really, isn't it? It's like you say, you would kind of expect that to happened already, really. But
yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them in latex ever. But that'd be super cool. I know that Till Lindemann's a little bit sort of problematic, but isn't he? Like there was the whole thing with the allegations last year and stuff, and then he was found not guilty, but it's a bit of a grey area, isn't it? Is he actually not guilty, or is he or isn't he? Like sort of a thing.
Well, that leads us on nicely then to what's next for you both, Alex. What's next for Latexcellence?
Well, it's been a busy year this year. I've been slightly distracted these last couple of months. So we've just opened a cafe. It's been taking a lot of my time, but that just means I've got loads of ideas sort of new ideas ready to go. Hoping to get a laser cutter so I can do some different designs and things as well. I've been working with some great people as well. So there's some collaborations and photo shoots that'll be coming out soon. It's exciting. So yeah, just busy, new stuff.
Good. Always great to see new stuff appear on your Instagram profiles, and it's always nice to see. And Leora, what about you? What's next for you?
I don't have anything particularly planned at the moment. I've entered the Fetish Awards again this year. Yeah. And I'm in 4 different categories this year. Please don't ask me to remember what they all are, because I don't remember. I just know that I'm in 4 of the categories this year. Although this year, unfortunately, I won't be able to attend the awards, I don't think. Although me and Alex were discussing yesterday that it might require some models. And I was like, if you need models, I will make it work if I need to, because I'll always do my best to support Alex and what Alex does, no matter what. We are currently working on a new outfit, although it's not nearly as flamboyant as some of the things we've done. So I'm off to see one of my favourite bands play in December. They're playing in Nottingham on my birthday, which is really cool. Wow, it's like awesome. A little gig just for me. And it's the band Ice Nine Kills. And I don't know if you know much about Ice Nine Kills, but their entire sort of niche is themed around horror films and things like that. Okay. And so we're making bodysuit, like the vessel suit, but this one is completely fitted. There's no like flowing sleeves on this or anything, and it's just plain black. And it's going to be paired with a blinged out ghost face mask. So I'm going to go as ghost face from Scream. And then Alex is making me a birthday sash, a blood splattered birthday sash that says "It's my birth sleigh" on it.
Understand that one?
Yeah, it's going to say "It's my birth sleigh" on it, which is really fun. And then it's on to designing the chaps for download that go with the download outfit. That's the next thing. I don't have any photo shoots or anything booked in. No, I don't think.
I like the sound of that happy birthday sash. Actually,
I'm so excited for it. I don't think I've seen a latex birthday sash before. And that's another thing that me and Alex seem to keep doing is we collab on these ideas and we do things that haven't been seen before. and it leads to some really cool stuff. And then Alex gets harassed because he does this cool thing, and people are like, "I want one too."
I was just about to say, I can imagine that could start to become a regular item. Particularly if you get the laser cutter. That thing will be going all night and all day cutting out like us, won't it?
you got quite the influx of customs when the ghost outfit went onto Instagram, didn't you? And then you got it again. Yeah, and then you got it again with the vessel suit, didn't you? Like, people coming to you. Although you said, didn't you, that like people coming to you thinking that it was you in the suit.
Oh, all the time I get people messaging me being like, "Oh, I saw you downloading this." I'm like, "No, you saw Leora in this. I made it. It wasn't me." Just like, I just text you like every other week with like, "Oh, somebody else."
Well, guys, I think that's probably about all the time we've got. I'm afraid. Just before we go, do you want to give everyone listening a quick reminder of where they can find you on social media, online websites, and so forth? And just head over there, guys. Give both Latexcellence and Leora a follow. Alex, do you want to start off with where people can find you?
Yeah, so we've got a website, latexcellence.co.uk or .com, either works, or Instagram at Latexcellence, or Latexcellence on Etsy as well. Any of those places, easy to find. We're on FET as well, but I don't check FET as much. So probably best to reach me on Etsy or Instagram.
Cool. And Leora, whereabouts are you?
So I used to have a Facebook page, but it didn't work very well, so I took it down. So the best places to catch me are Instagram, and on Instagram, I'm pretty good with my messages. There's also my model email on there if you want to reach out to me and send me an email. Please don't be weird. And I'm also on TikTok with the same handle as my Instagram. But my TikTok isn't quite so model focused as my Instagram is. My Instagram is all about my modeling stuff. I do post some of my modeling stuff, especially with the videography stuff that I just did for Vessel and the bikini. That's all on my TikTok. Some of the stills are on my TikTok as well. But if you want to see a model on her day off, or doing ridiculous, silly memes, or like silly little videos and stuff, and to have a bit of a giggle, my TikTok is the place to be.
Awesome, thanks, guys. Really appreciate your time. It's been fantastic to speak to you both, and just discover your passion you have for this amazing material. It's been really, really great to speak to you. So.
Thank you very
much, and I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
I'm afraid that's all we have time for on this episode of The Shiny Sofa. Many thanks to our special guests, Alex of Latexcellence and model Leora Nyx, for being with us today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button wherever you listen to your podcast, and be sure to head over to latex247.co.uk. All latest latex fashion news and reviews.